Twilight Time was one of the most difficult episodes to write for so far. Not because anything about it was wrong, it's just that most episodes have one or two main lessons that both have obvious practical applications and subsurface applications, each with something that ties back to the main theme of the episode. This, however, had several small lessons that were all treated with equal importance, and they were all done right. It took me a long time to figure out which line tied them all together.
That's the kind of magic I really want to get good at.
This is what everything in this episode boils down to. This single line can be applied not only to this episode, but to most of the episodes in the entire series, in that at the end of an interpersonal conflict, we desire to forgive, be forgiven, and be better as ourselves so we can move forward, and like magic, everything will be better.
Boy, did we get our priorities mixed up.
I've not met many people that don't desire, in one way or another, to be popular among their peers, especially when around people like Diamond Tiara who flaunt their popularity in such a way that would make someone jealous enough to call on their own connections like the Cutie Mark Crusaders called on Twilight. Getting swept up in the attention, it wasn't until they realized that they were becoming what they hated that they were able to see the cost of shallow motivations. Then, there's the motivations of the school children. A lot of people become enamored with the idea of being close to someone who's famous, in this case, in the context of learning something. Back when I taught intramural phys ed, many of the kids who entered the program were merely interested in the idea of learning the sport. I saw many students come and go when they realized that I took both my job and their potential to grow very seriously, and thus, learning these skills and bringing out that potential would require hard work. It's not about the sport, it's about having a desire to learn something that you can use at any stage in life. So always be earnest in your desire to learn, because as Twilight and I can tell you, seeing people squander that potential is extremely disappointing. Then, there is taking advantage of who our friends are or wanting to be friends with them just because they are famous. To this, all I can do is remind those who may be guilty that friendship is supposed to be about having fun with each other and being a mutual line of support. It's all rendered moot when your only intention is to be friends with them because of who they are or vicariously reap the benefits of their hard work. I've been to a few conventions and meetups where I've introduced myself and people have already been familiar with my name and my work here on YouTube. It's a good feeling, but it never comes up again. We hang out and it's always fun. And it's worked the other way around too when I've met people who happen to be a lot more well known than I am. I would never try to take advantage of that connection in this way. Not because I know that it's wrong, but because I know that it's pointless. Our friends aren't supposed to be special because they're famous. Our friends are supposed to be special to us because they're our friends.
But she forgave us.
Lastly, we reciprocate the desire to be better at the end of such a situation. Continuing the pattern that I discussed in my Villain Redemptions video, we see the Cutie Mark Crusaders realize that what they did was wrong, apologize, and be forgiven.
And, like magic, things are good as new.
And then we continue on with a stronger bond being the only evidence that the situation happened to begin with. Thus, leading us right back to the opening point. The one line of the diary entry that ties all of this together. This is what makes our lives better and the world a better place. This is the type of magic that Sweetie Belle wants to be good at. If we keep all of these things in mind and treat them with equal importance just like it did in the episode, then perhaps we can do the same. And those are the many morals of the story. If you have a topic you would like to hear discussed, or if you have an episode, fanfiction, product, or anything else you would like to hear reviewed, send me a YouTube message or leave a comment below. You can also drop comments, questions, topic suggestions, and review suggestions by liking Brony Debates on Facebook, following on Twitter, or sending an email to bronydebates@yahoo.com. Have a great day, and I look forward to hearing from all of you soon.